What's going on, guys? I got to check out Rivian's brand new Boston Space yesterday, and it was honestly an incredible experience. If you know anything about Rivian, you know that they have the Rivian service centers and then the Rivian Spaces. Now, we have a service center in the area, but it's not a place you're going to go and talk to people about the specifics of the cars and ask their opinion and their experiences on the vehicles and what they think about it. It's just a place to get your car serviced. So when I heard that Rivian was opening a new space in Boston, I was really excited. I can just take the train here, and just go into the heart of Boston and check out these vehicles. I can do demo drives. I can talk to people who own these vehicles. I can talk to people who own other vehicles and have their own opinions on them, but work at Rivian and are experts in their field. I recommend anyone who's near a Rivian space. I know there's a few others around the country. They're slowly opening them up more and more. Go check it out. Even if you don't know anything about Rivian, just go check it out. You can get in these vehicles. You can sit in them. You can mess around with all the things on the screen. It's honestly a really great experience. And the people there are very knowledgeable. I talked to about 5 different representatives there, I think, and each one had their own experiences with Rivian, the brand, their own vehicles. They gave me their thoughts and things, and it wasn't a dealership vibe. I was talking to another guy about interning at Rivian in California and Norman, Illinois, for the engineering and computer science programs that they have, software development programs. These people that are working at Rivian are not just employees. They're people who are big fans of the company. You can go in there and it's just like you're in a club full of Rivian fans. I've interacted with the Rivian community online, on social media. It's great, but being in person, talking to people who know what they're talking about, who are big fans of the company, even if they don't own a Rivian themselves, it's awesome. And I will say that when I posted my little Rivian tweet about visiting the space, I got a lot of people who ended up liking my post and commenting on it, and I got people that followed me, so thank you for following me. That was honestly really exciting. I've been following these people for years. I've been following Rivian for years, but I've never been able to sit in one of these vehicles or talk to these people who work at Rivian and hear about their experiences. Now, the space is set up very nicely. You'll see in some of the videos that I'm putting up on screen right now. It's very cozy. Now, if you've been to another space, this Rivian space in Boston is probably smaller than a lot of the other locations, but it's still really cozy. It's still very inviting to go in there. They talk about it being like a playground. You're allowed to climb in the vehicles, touch all the things. Now, if you don't know anything about Rivian, I describe it as the REI and North Face of electric vehicles. It's really adventuring and getting out there and exploring the world, and the space reflects that entirely. Everywhere you go, you see things about driving off-road, availability of charging with the supercharging network and the Rivian Adventure Network. You have all the adventure gear you can go buy. It's really cool. And as someone who likes the North Face, Rivian is a brand that I like and I sympathize with. Alright, so I know this is a pretty short video, but I just want to leave you guys with one last thing. If you're in the area, if you're near any Rivian space and you're interested in the Rivian brand, and you've heard about the Rivian R2 and R3 vehicles, check the Rivian website for the R2 tour. They're bringing the R2, the R3, and I think the R3X all around the States on kind of a tour around the country for people to go in these vehicles and see them in person with the prototypes that they have. So I'll be at the R2 event in Boston later this year in October. So if you guys happen to be there, let me know. I will be there for sure. Just a quick little editor's note here. I know I didn't talk a lot about the specifics of the vehicle, what I like, what I dislike, and the driving, stuff like that. It's because I didn't get to demo drive the vehicles today. So when I go back in the next few weeks, that's when I plan to make my little brief review about what I like, what I dislike about the driving experience and the inside of the vehicles. So if that sounds exciting to you, stay tuned, get subscribed to see that video when it comes out within the next few weeks. But for my brief time with these vehicles, just sitting in them, messing around with the screen stuff, this is my first time sitting in a Rivian. I loved it. It was so much better than I thought it was. I've watched all the videos, but it's an entirely different experience when you go into one of these spaces and you get to sit in these vehicles, you get to mess around with them. But yeah, that's been it. Leave a like, maybe comment something down below, what you like, what you don't like about Rivian. If you're gonna go check out the Rivian space, let me know in the comments down below. And if you like Rivian, you like electric cars, or you just like tech in general, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. I cover all that stuff on this channel. Really big fan of technology. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.